Time being item 5.
Yes.
Please, my lord. We received the counter-affidavit of the state. We filed our rejoinder.
Yes.
Readings are complete. And, my lord, we can make out our case today in a short while.
Yes.
If your lordship will kindly turn to the petition, just
Page. Page.
page 6 of the petition, my lord. Paragraph 4, my lord. Yes, Lord.
Yes.
And this says that 16/7/24, the 3 deceased persons were arrested at 4:30 p.m. from so-and-so place by the Assam police, and they mentioned the police station. That is correct, my lord. And there were 6 police persons, my lord. That also appears to be correct. Then, my lord, they were intercepted, paragraph 5. They were intercepted by the police from an auto rickshaw, my lord. That is also correct. Now, my lord, with the counter coming in, that is also correct. And the video of the 3 men being disembarked from the auto by the police, presumably at the police station, my lord, is annexed. Like I said, my lord, last time, this video shows the 3 boys being surrounded by the police near that police station on the main road, asked to get out. Then they are checked and patted down, my lord, and searched. And none of them are found with any arms or ammunition and so on. That seems to be now the correct situation, because even the counter doesn't deal with this allegation that when they were caught in the auto as they were traveling to a particular place near that police station, they were not with any arms at all, and the video shows that. So there's no reference in the counter. Now, my lord, paragraph 6 says, at night time, after they are caught, my lord, they are caught at approximately 4:30 p.m. That is paragraph 4. Paragraph 6 tells you, my lord, that at 7 p.m. that night, there is a video which we've also attached, my lord, of a journalist of a channel standing outside the police station, confirming on video that the 3 arrested men were inside the police station. So this is only important to show that even at 7 o'clock at night, these persons who were arrested at 4:30 were inside the police station. Then, my lord, paragraph 7, it seems, my lord, either in the night or early morning, the video continues. Either in the night or early morning, you have a video with the boys with their hands tied behind their backs with ropes and surrounded by these 6 police people whose faces can be identified. So you can clearly see the faces of these police, and they are being taken through some jungle area somewhere. So either late night or early morning, they go into that area. Then, my lord, paragraph 8, there is a note by the DGP, which is a very important note from our point of view. On 17/7/24, the DGP Assam releases a press note. I want to read some part of that, my lord. Today at 4:30 p.m., so he's talking about 17th, the next day 4:30 p.m., based on credible input regarding and also police station, a police team rushed to the location. Accordingly, 3 persons, namely, and the 3 names, my lord, are given, Lalungavi, Lalbikung, and Joshua. Now see, my lord, just there at the end of the names, this is very important, loaded with sophisticated arms and ammunitions, were apprehended near Ganganagar Part 4 while on way to Bhuban Hills in an auto rickshaw. But your lordship sees this clashes with the video straight away. All is correct. They were apprehended in the auto near the Ganganagar Part 4. All that is correct. But the video shows them being forced to get out and they were searched and they were totally without arms. During the search, one AK-47, one single rifle, pistol, along with live ammunition were duty. During their thorough interrogation, they revealed that their counterparts are still taking shelter at around Bhuban Hills with huge cache of arms, etc. Now, my lord, see how they die, according to the DGP. Subsequently, a special operation was launched by so-and-so with police staff, etc., in the general areas of Bhuban Hills side for apprehension of the suspected militants being led by the apprehended culprits. Later, when the police team approached the difficult hilly terrain in said hills, police team encountered a sudden firing attack. Police team immediately took position. There was heavy exchange of fire from both sides. The apprehended militants wearing bulletproof jackets, that's presumably us, and helmets sustained grievous injuries in their persons. They immediately shifted to so-and-so for treatment. Later on, they were referred to the so-and-so hospital where the attending doctors declared death. On the other hand, 6-7 suspected militants hiding in the difficult terrain managed to flee away from the spot towards the dense forest, taking cover of darkness and undeep. Further, the place of occurrence of the firing incident was thoroughly searched and recovered one more AK assault rifle with live ammunition and a number of empty cases, which were duly seized as per procedure. The entire area is being cordoned off by the security personnel. I have visited the place of occurrence and security forces. 3 police, now this is important, 3 police people got severely injured during the exchange of fire and were admitted into the hospital. And if your lordship goes a little bit, what was recovered, just a little bit above where I was reading, the place of occurrence, the firing incident was thoroughly searched and recovered 1 AK assault rifle. And he visited the place. So he's talking from first-hand knowledge now. Now, my lord, I'll go on, but I'll take, first of all, my lord, kindly remember his story that they were traveling in a river full of arms. That has turned out to be totally false, because video testimony exists. Second, my lord, this idea that you took people in your custody, unsuspected people, in your custody into an area and use them like a human shield, let's say you, whatever. You took them into an area and they opened fire and killed these boys. This is a story we will look at carefully from the point of view of law, because murder doesn't require only that you pull the trigger. If you take under trials in your custody into an area knowing that there are militants, and let's assume the story for the time being. The postmortem shows that this story is totally false. But let's assume you took them in your custody, you knew that there were militants there, and you caused their death by taking them there. You had no business. As a police person, you had to arrest him and you had to keep him in jail, or police lockup or jail. Where no, you knew they would be killed. So this is going to murder. Then, my lord, these policemen who were so-called, the recovery, 1 AK assault. Now, from the subsequent documents, something like 10 assault weapons were found. But what does the DGP say who had been to the site? 1 AK-40. Finally, severely injured, it doesn't appear, and we'll show that now subsequently, that any of these policemen were injured at all. And immediately somebody should go and meet with them, some commission, meet with them. They are hale and hearty. And we've been told off the record that they had some minor bruises and so on. They're hale and hearty. Well, this is as far as the DGP. Now, my lord, paragraph 9 says what I just argued, that the video shows that they had no arms when they were searched by the police. Then, my lord, go to paragraph 12. Paragraph 10 says that this is murdered in cold blood. Paragraph 11 is the camouflage uniforms put on them. Your lordship saw the clothes they were in when they were arrested on that video, ordinary t-shirts and pants. And paragraph 12, the photographs in Malodi show that they have camouflage with bulletproof vests. So obviously, after killing them, this was put on them and paraded to the press to indicate that these were dreaded terrorists. And we'll show criminal record of these people. Totally clean, all three persons, young men. Now, my lord, these are all the protest letters of the different organizations. My lord can skip all that, and go to the prayer clause, my lord. Paragraph, page 22, my lord. For a writ appointing an independent DGP from outside the state of Assam or any other independent senior police officer independent of the Assam police and the Assam government as an IO to register an FIR and after registration investigate and prosecute. B, for an order of this court that all those police persons and others identified in the videos annexed with this petition, as well as the superintendent of police Kachar, be arrested forthwith, because they are clearly identifiable. C, my lord, is similar to A, for an independent senior police officer from outside Assam as appointed by the Honorable Court. And then we ask for compensation of 1 crore. And this order that an independent person from outside the state comes from the Supreme Court order in, my lord, the Manipur fake encounter cases, which I'll show you, lordship. Then, my lord, on the next page, page 24, we asked, my lord, to keep the bodies of the deceased in the morgue until a second post-mortem will be done. Now, my lord, on instruction, no? I've got instructions just now, and this is because we have seen the counter-affidavit in which the post-mortem reports have been made. They are written according to us reasonably well. Post-mortem is done reasonably well. We are no longer asking for a second post-mortem. And, my lord, the families may take the bodies and bury them according to, my lord, their traditions. So the demand for a fresh post-mortem is not being sought. Yes, my lord. So this finishes with the petition. Now, my lord, see the counter. It's a very interesting counter. The counter, paragraph 6. The paragraph 6 reproduces the DGP story. And if you turn to the next page, my lord, top of the page, loaded with sophisticated arms. Lordship has that? Top of the page, my lord?
Yes.
Loaded with sophisticated arms. So the auto comes, etc. They repeat the DGP story. But they now have my video, which I have annexed to my petition. But they are totally silent on how it is. How do they reconcile that video with the story of the DGP? No answer. Then, my lord, paragraph 7 is the same story, that we took them to the hills, opened fire, etc., etc., etc. Para 7 and para 8, same old story. We took them to the hills. And, my lord, on the top of paragraph 9, we are told that the police personnel, these 3 police personnel whose names are given later, sustained grievous injuries to show that it's a genuine encounter. Top of paragraph, that is page 47, my lord. police personnel, top of 47, sustained grievous injuries in their persons and were immediately shifted to so-and-so PHC for treatment. Then my lord, a little down, the 3 police personnel after preliminary help were admitted to the Silchar Medical College and undergoing treatment. So the police personnel with serious sustained grievous injury, that's very important, my lord, for the case. Then, my lord, paragraph 10 again tells you 1 AK-47 retrieved. But now, my lord, with that, turn to the next page, my lord, page 48. I don't want to, my lord, read this whole thing, but it shows a large number of AK-47s. See, paragraph 12. DGP told us 1. Now see, after cessation of firing in the place of occurrence, entire area was searched. Paragraph 12. One is etc. Now see, 1, paragraph 12, middle of the page. Then another rifle. Then go to 2. On being produced by another police person, 1 AKM rifle. 3. On being produced, 1 AKM rifle. On being produced, 1 AKM rifle. Next page, on being produced, 1 AKM rifle. Then paragraph 6, on being produced. So this is about. And then, my lord, 7, on being produced. No. That's it, my lord. So the number of AKM rifles produced is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which you recovered. DGP said, I went to the site. 1 AK-47 recovered. Anyway, my lord. Now, my lord, we'll go to the post-mortem examination, which is a very important document, and we accept that the post-mortem done factually is correct. The report is very vague, but factually correct. Paragraph 12 is the post-mortem. Now, my lord, kindly go to paragraph 22, page 54. These are the 3 persons, my lord. Lordship has paragraph 22.
Yes.
List of the injured persons, ABC, policemen. My lord, kindly keep in mind the first person, ASI Dilbar Hussain Laskar. Now he's grievously injured. On the very next day, he is the man who writes all the post-mortem reports. A grievously injured police person on the next day with meticulous handwriting that he must have picked up in school, my lord. Meticulous handwriting, he is the one who is filling up all. I'll come to that soon. Now, my lord, para 26. Paragraph 26. They appointed a magistrate for inquiry. And the law is the amendment in the Criminal Procedure Code in 271 is magisterial inquiry in normal cases. But 271A, and I'll show your lordship that section, is a judicial inquiry. If the person is in your custody and dies, it is a judicial inquiry, not a magisterial inquiry. That's paragraph 26. Now, my lord, paragraph 29. Lordship has that, my lord?
What is that provision? Please come again.
176(1)A. I've set it out, my lord, later. 176(1)A. May I read it, my lord?
Yes.
Is in custody of the police or in any other custody authorized by the magistrate or the court under this code. In addition to the inquiry or investigation held by the police, an inquiry shall be held by the judicial magistrate or the metropolitan magistrate, as the case may be. So if it's in the custody of the court and a person dies,
No, now after 1.7, it is the new act. And the new act, what is the parameter provision?
my lord, I don't know that. No. In the new act, yes. I must, my lord, check that. I'm sorry, I didn't do that. Because there's a new act now.
Now it is 196.
196. This open to 196.
196.
Yes, sir.
Now,
Yes,
it is,
sir.
now it is magistrate.
No, my lord. Oh, 1 second, my lord.
Any person died in 50 years, such person or woman is in custody of police or any other custody under this Sanhita. In addition, the inquiry or investigation held by the police, and inquiry shall be held by the magistrate
Yes, my lord.
whose local jurisdiction the offense has been committed.
I missed this. I've made a lot of many
No,
critiques.
it's okay. It's okay because this is a new act. We also tend to, what do you call, forget many things.
Yes, sir. No, my lord, but I've been making a critique and writing about how this act is bad. But I missed this point completely, that they've quietly changed it from, my lord, judicial, and the amendment was made specially for.
Okay. These are fitting times for this new act. I don't make any comment.
Yes, my lord. And when the amendment was made, it was made specially to cover custodial killings. Anyway, my lord, it doesn't matter. They won't be able to cover up too much in any case. Grateful, my lord. I've learned this thing about it. Now, my lord, look at paragraph. Yes, my lord. Now, my lord, we are going to, my lord, we have finished this. Now, my lord, go to the paragraph 29. Lordship has it?
Yes.
Now, my lord, typically they're trying to show that these persons whom they took in their custody were dreaded criminals. So against two, they have no previous record. But look at the third, paragraph 29. That the deponent deems it pertinent to mention that one of the prime accused in the instant case was namely Lal Bikung Hmar, 33 years old man, son of Lal Hmar. Got the name right, correct. Father is totally wrong. And second, I've pleaded it later. And the address, so and so, address is wrong. Name right, father's name wrong, and my lord, the address wrong. I've dealt with that later. Then, my lord, kindly now go to. Now let's go, my lord, to the postmortem reports. Makes very interesting reading. That's why we don't want any fresh report to be there. Page 61, my lord. Yes, my lord. Lordship has got it. 61. Yes, my lord. Page 61, clause 8, my lord. Clause 8. This is the postmortem report of the first person. Clause 8, if your lordship sees, it says, person who showed trace the dead body, named ASI Dilwar Hussain Laskar. The first name on the 3 injured policemen, grievously injured police, is the person who's so he's grievously injured, he's tracing the body, he's showing the body, and he's writing the post-mortem report. Yes, my lord. Now, my lord, kindly turn to the next page. Clause 13. This is common in all these cases. No relative present. Now, my lord, look at, my lord, the paragraph, clause 15. Because they were shot. Clear encounter from somewhere, somebody shot them. Bullet entered, bullet exited, bullet entered, bullet exited. They were shot. Now look at the wound marks on the body. Number of wound marks indicating torture before they were killed. Clause 15, my lord, 15D, small d. On the chest, wound marks. Then, my lord, on the left leg, which is 15F4, 15 small f4. Wound mark on the left leg, 15F4. Most important, see the private parts of all these deceased persons. Private parts, bruise, wound mark can be seen. I've typed this somewhere. Show me the typing. On the private parts. Now this is an encounter. A clean bullet enters and exits, you're dead. There is the question of having wound and bruise marks on the private parts, indicating torture. Now, my lord, look at small I. Small I. Wound, stroke, bruise marks can be found at many parts of the body. Clear indication of torture. And, my lord, clause 17. Guardians of the deceased wasn't present. So you take them quietly, privately, you ignore the families, you ignore everybody, and you quietly write all this during inquest. Now, my lord, see the second person. Page 65. The constitution part is translated. Not translated, but the English from typing. Just give me that. No, of course. There. Look for the. And here, my lord, clause 8. Again, that same gentleman who is grievously injured is merrily assisting in the postmortem. ASI Dilwar Lakshar. Telling you, no? Now, my lord, just turn the page, my lord. Not present, that is 15. Page 66, relative not present. Then, my lord, see again, 15, small d, chest. Bruise mark on the chest, 15, small d. And finally, my lord, 15G, small g. 15. Near the left bum region. Is it this? Left bum. Near left bum region, a wound mark can be seen. And then, my lord, I. Wound bruise marks can be seen at and then again clause 17, guardians wasn't present. Then, my lord, the next person is at page 69. Paragraph 8 and 9 shows the name of that ASI. Page 69, who's supposed to be grievously injured. Paragraph, clause 8 and 9. Then, my lord, again, turn the page and top of the page, relatives not present. Then again, the same thing, my lord. 15D. Marks and holes can be seen at chest region. 5 holes. 15D. That's okay. But he was shot in the head or shot in the head? Okay. Yes, my lord. 15A is important here at page 70. One second. Page 70. Head. Dried blood-like marks can be seen on the head. Because according to us, this person, as we later show, was hidden and beaten on the head. So he had those blood-like marks on the head. And on the face, 15B, a bruise on the face. Then D, my lord, the chest, D for Delhi, chest. 5 holes in the chest. This is, my lord, very experienced torturing took place. Then abdomen, my lord, 15E. Bruise marks can be seen at left waist area. Small g is the right side of the bum area. A wound. Small h is the back. Blood-like substance around majority body parts. And other information, eye, bruise and wound marks can be seen at many parts. So, my lord, I won't read the last one. It's identical. Identical to what we've shown you, lordship, so far. The last one is at page 73. Page 66, my lord, for the earlier thing. Now see this, my lord. 15A, page 66. Yes, see, my lord. Yes, my lord. Kindly go back to page 66, my lord. I forgot to show one thing. Page 66, 15A, the earlier deceased person. 15A.
6, 1 case.
Yes, my lord. What does it say? Cut mark with inner parts, muscles visible on the head. So a cut mark. So cut that even the muscles of the head can be found at the left side of the head region. Torture with a knife. Brutal torture. Now, my lord, after seeing this, kindly turn to page 73. Now, this is the post-mortem report, my lord. And what I will draw your lordship's attention to in page 73, all the entry wounds will have carbon deposited, blackened. When you shoot, my lord, at close range, within 2-3 feet, the carbon from the pistol, that your lordships know, my lord, will go onto the body of the person being shot. Now look at the middle of the page, 73. Wounds, position, and character. Perforated injury, I'm going to the second. 2 centimeters by 1 centimeter present over the right temporal area of scalp. 8 centimeters above the right so-and-so, with blackened, abraded, and inverted margins. This is my lord shooting at close range. You'll get a black, then you'll get the abrading, because the gun is put almost at the temple of the person. Perforated injury with blackened, abraded, and inverted margins. Then, my lord, go to 3. These are all entry wounds, my lord. The exit wound won't show that. The entry wound will show it. So 1 is the entry wound, and 3 is the entry wound. Three is the entry wound. Yes, 3, my lord, is the entry wound. Again, just see, my lord. I'll read one more to you, and the rest I'll. 3 is page 73, penetrating injury site so and so with blackened, abraded, and inverted margins. So this comes in all the post-mortem report. The doctor seems to have done an honest job. No? That's why our suspicion was dispelled. Blackened, abraded, and inverted margins, and a line below your lordship will see entry wound. So this blackened part will only come for the entry wound, not for the exit wound. Now, my lord, kindly turn to page 76. Clause 5. Page 76, clause 5. Perforated, it's again stuck. A perforated injury with blackened, abraded, and inverted margins. Now, my lord, kindly see. Now, my lord, kindly see Number of injuries, lacerations, number. Little bit below that, I'm drawing your lordship's attention to a new point. Injury 1 and 2 are caused by the same thrust, below, upward, and anterior to posterior. Injury 3, 4, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 are caused by the same thrust, below, upward, and left to right. Injury 6, 7 are caused by the same thrust, below, upward, and left to right. And I've analyzed this a little bit later. So they're giving you the trajectory of the projectile. Upward moving projectile and downward moving projectile. Going from down up and up down. So somebody shooting from close range, standing up and shooting down at a person kneeling before him and so on, or a person already in a position where the wound is going from down up. Now I'll analyze this a little later, my lord. Now, my lord, come to page 78. And I'll only tell your lordship, I won't read it out because I've done it before. Number 1, 3, 6, and 7. Page 78, 1, 3, 6, and 7. Are the entry wounds blackened, abraded? 1, 3, 6, and 7. Blackened, abraded, entry wound. Then, my lord, kindly go to now. See, my lord, my lord, page 78 itself. See 78. Now see the injuries apart from the entry wounds. I'm sorry, not 78. On 79, see the injuries apart from the entry wounds. Page 79, and this is common to all. Let's see the level of torture. Clause 12, scalp. Scalp, skull, and vertebrae. Scalp. Diffuse contusion present over whole scalp. Bluish in color. What you got that? Page 79, top of the page. Clause 12.
Yes, please continue.
Yes, I'm just. Then, my lord, see, go down a bit, my lord, to the wall, ribs, and cartilages. So this is the chest area. Diffuse contusion present over chest. So I showed you head first. Injuries on the chest again, my lord. Diffuse contusion. Now, my lord, kindly go to page 81 is the same, my lord, for the other person. So I won't repeat. I'll just point out page 81. Now, my lord, see 81. See the injuries in 81. See 10, my lord. Clause 10. Page 81, clause 10. Now see the nature of the torture. Page 81, clause 10. Lacerated injury of size 10.5 cm, 4 cm, muscle deep. So with a knife, somebody has put, my lord, a knife into the body, muscle deep, at the leg, at the ankle, present over posterior left ankle joint. See the next one, my lord. 11. Lacerated injury size muscle deep, present over lateral aspect of right leg, 11 centimeters below the knee. Terrible torture these men went through. Then, my lord, the next page of the next person, this I won't read out to you, I'll just indicate the paragraph numbers. Page 83, my lord. I just give, my lord, the paragraph numbers of the next victim. Page 83, my lord. Blackened is at page 83, clause 3, 5, 8, and 10. Clause 3, 5, 8, and 10 are the entry wounds which are blackened. 3, 5, 8, and 10. Then, my lord, page 86. It is, my lord, 14 and 16. Entry wound 14 and 16 blackened. So, my lord, this is done. Now, my lord, kindly see the comment of the postmortem doctor at page 88. I do apologize, my lord. I do apologize. I'll finish very quickly now. Now, my lord, turn to page 88, please.
Just a moment. Just a moment.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, my lord. So page 89, my lord, will show, 88 will show you the conclusions of the postmortem doctor on torture. Not directly, but indirectly. Pretty directly, actually. Page 88, last line. The findings, my lord, are very mundane, very casual, as compared to the gold mine of information that the doctor had when he did the postmortem. His conclusion is very run-of-the-mill kind of thing. Bullet wound, firing, bullet wound, and all that. But see the last line. Injury number 7 was ante-mortem and caused by blunt force. So this is the conclusions. The beating of the person before he dies. See the next page, my lord, last line. Page 89. Page 80, 88 last line, page 89 last line. Page 89 last line. Injury number 5 and 9 to 11. So 5, 9, 10, 11 were ante-mortem and caused by blunt force impact. This is the beating. By the barrel of the gun or by whatever. That's page 89, last line. Five, 9, 10, 11. And then, my lord, if you And then if you turn to page 90, my lord, the last post-mortem report, and with that I'll stop this counter affidavit and turn to my rejoinder. See page 90, last line. See how extensive the torture was. Last line. Injury number 1, 2, 7, 12, 13, 18, caused by blunt force. His whole body battered. And people with no criminal record. On the next page, below 91 is the FIR. But I'm mentioning this only to say this is the police FIR against dreaded terrorists who were killed by them. Killed. The FIR of the parents is yet to be registered. We sent it by email, we sent it again. The counter FIR of the parents of the killing by the police yet to be registered. So, my lord, this finishes the counter affidavit. Now, my lord, kindly turn to my rejoinder. My rejoinder, paragraph 4, my lord, page 133. I have already read out the relevant part of the DGP's note, so I don't have to read it again. I won't read it again. Turn, my lord, to paragraph 5, page 135. I refer to how the video and the DGP's note is totally at variance. Now see, my lord, the clincher in this case. See what the Chief Minister tweets. Paragraph 6. Paragraph 6. Widely seen throughout ASAP. A number of angry replies to his tweet. See the tweet, my lord, paragraph 6. The Chief Minister of Assam tweeted at 12:12 p.m. on 17/7/24. Page 135, my lord, paragraph 6. Yes, Lord, just waiting for Lordship to get the page.
Yes, yes.
Yes, my lord. In an early morning operation, Kachar police killed 3 Hmar militants from Assam and neighboring Manipur. And he was widely applauded and also criticized for his spontaneous tweet, perhaps not realizing what the DGP had said and not realizing what the videos were saying. A true copy of the tweet, my lord, we were next. So, my lord, we say in paragraph 7 that the DGP story, which is the false...
I'm sorry, Mr. Counsel, but how is this tweet relevant for the purposes of this case?
Because the Chief Minister is congratulating his officers.
Whatever it may be, we are on the issue of whether an investigation is called for.
Yes.
Into these.
Yes.
Into the killings.
Yes.
Now, what political leaders tweet and comment on social media, I don't think is relevant for the purposes.
I'll go ahead. I won't dwell on this.
I think you need not address on that.
Now, my lord, see this. What I told your lordship about the post-mortem reports, I have analyzed whatever I've told you, I've analyzed and put it here. So I don't want to read this again. Paragraph 8 onwards is, my lord, what I already have told you. Now, my lord, paragraph 9. I deal with the injury to the policeman. And I say that the medical records of these 3 policemen are not disclosed. I show that at least one of them who was grievously injured is actively doing his duty in the inquest and postmortem. And I say, my lord, that a commissioner should be sent to summon these people and see whether they are injured at all. It can't be. They can't manufacture to that extent. Then, my lord, this is all the analysis of the postmortem report. And, my lord, at paragraph 16, where, my lord, I made a comparison, and this is paragraph 17, sorry, is about the record of one person, criminal record of one person. And I made a chart to show that his father's name and the village name is different between the, and the first name of the accused is the same. No, name is different and address and everything is different. Yes, Lord. I made a chart to show that. Then, my lord, paragraph 18 are my legal submissions. The first one being that we must have an
Just a moment.
investigation.
Just a moment.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Finally, my lord, I'll only take 10 minutes and I'll finish my entire argument. That is, my lord, page 146. Now my legal argument. Police from outside the state to investigate. The precedent for that, the Manipur fake encounter case, Supreme Court judgment. Paragraph 18, my lord. I've reproduced the paragraphs, my lord.
Yes.
Yes, well, this is my lord 2017 8 SCC 417. And I've reproduced it, my lord. Special Investigation Team. Next page, my lord. Next page, my lord. Page, I think 146, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. We are there.
Yes, my lord. Yes, my lord.
Yes.
Yeah. As far as the appointment of a special investigation team is concerned, what should I say? Which we
Yes.
have reported to above, it was suggested to us that officers of the Manipur police may be associated. We do not think it appropriate to associate any officer of Manipur police, particularly since in some of the cases the role of the Manipur police itself has been adversely commented on. In Bharatiya Tamang, this court held that to ensure that criminal prosecution is carried on without any deficiency, a special team can be constituted under the orders of the court. Consequently, we have no hesitation in directing the constitution of a special investigation team to investigate the cases we have mentioned above. It is interesting to note at this stage that we were informed that in none of the cases has an FIR been registered against the Manipur police or any uniformed personnel of the armed forces of the Union. On the contrary, FIRs have been registered against the deceased for alleged violation of law. Under these circumstances, it would be inappropriate for us to depend upon Manipur police to carry out an impartial investigation, more particularly when some of its own personnel are said to be involved in the fake encounters and Manipur police has not registered any FIR at the instance of the next of kin. Then, my lord, R.S. Sodhi's case, my lord, I won't read it, it's the same proposition. And then the next page, my lord, page 148, I think it is, paragraph 26. The final direction given. Having considered the issues in their entirety, we are of the opinion it would be appropriate if the CBI is required to look into these fake encounters or use of excessive or retaliatory force. Accordingly, the director CBI is directed to nominate a group of 5 officers to go through the records of the cases mentioned in the 3 tables, lodge necessary FIRs, completely investigate by so-and-so period and prepare charge sheets wherever necessary. The entire groundwork has already been done by the Commission of Inquiries or Judicial Inquiries, etc. We leave it to the SIT to utilize material already gathered in accordance with law. We expect the state of Manipur to extend full cooperation and assistance of it. We also expect Union of India to render full, etc. The director of CBI will nominate a team and inform us of its composition within 2 weeks. Now, my lord, we are not, we appreciate this order, my lord, and but we would like, instead of the CBI, for reasons that the government is the same, central government, and we are asking for this spread at the last page, page 150. Any one of these 4 retired DGPs to take up the task of heading the SIT. 149 million. We are requesting this, my lord. DGP, my lord, DGP. And my lord, the last prayer is you please give us interim compensation of 20 lakhs to all the deceased persons. With that, my lord, I conclude. I'm very grateful for the hearing. I finished my entire arguments on the case.
Happy, Lordship. The other side is happy with our postmortem report.
They are not happy, but they are accepting it.
Uh-huh.
They are not happy.
They are
but
happy.
accepting
Now,
it.
if we rewind it, at one point they used the word happy. So I'm also happy that they are happy.
Sir,
Lord,
good work, done, sir. Good work.
Lordship, my concern is, Lordship, the case for which we have filed the affidavit. If Lordship is pleased to look at the order dated 24/7, the subsequent order. Yes, 24/7. 24/7/2024, paragraph 6. Learned senior counsel shall obtain instructions in the matter and inform the court as to whether any postmortem has been conducted or not in respect of the dead bodies, and shall produce the postmortem report if available on the next date. And subsequent that I appeared, we place it on record before the Honorable Court in seal cover, and Lordship directed us to put it in the form of an affidavit. So we filed an affidavit with the updated status regarding whatever is going on. And in our affidavit, Lordship will kindly come to paragraph 33, page 59. The deponent, by filing the present affidavit in opposition, has placed on record the detailed report in connection with so-and-so case number 43/2024, where 3 Hmar militants were killed in an incident of firing on 17/7 at Bhuban Hills, and further craves leaves of this Honorable Court to file a detailed affidavit in opposition in the matter as and when required. So my whole concept was that today the Lordship will be hearing the matter on the point of whether there should be a second postmortem to be conducted or not. That was, and in the midway, they have given up that prayer. They started the argument at that midpoint. They said that we are not praying for second postmortem. And they further went to go and argue the whole case. So if the whole case they have argued, I have no problem. Lordship have noted everything. So I would like to file a proper affidavit against each paras of them, including their reply, so that Lordship may hear the matter and wholly. Because today I am in my affidavit, there is nothing except whatever has happened, we have placed it on record.
But that you should have
No,
mentioned
at the middle
of
port.
hearing.
No, they
Senior
started.
counsel has already proceeded
If Lordship
with the hearing.
rewinds it, at the about half an hour later, they gave that. I did not want to interfere. I can argue, but my materials is incomplete.
No, we are only saying that once the senior counsel has already completed
It is
his
the
arguments.
concept was not for final hearing today, because if the whole concept is the dead bodies are lying till today, it is now in our custody. Whether the body should be released to them or not, that was the original idea of fixing the matter, and we took such a short time to file the affidavit by placing the postmortem reports. Hmm? Educated order. 26/7. Yes. And subsequent order of 26th, in paragraph 5, Lordship was pleased to note, we take note of the fact that by the last order dated 24/7/2024, the court had directed that the dead bodies of the 3 deceased persons be kept in the morgue of SMCA Silchar. In this regard, this court is of the opinion that unless the family members of the deceased persons desire to take custody of the dead bodies for performing last rites, the dead bodies be kept in the morgue of SMCA Silchar till the next date of listing, which will be subject to further orders of the court. So the case was not ripening for final hearing. This is from these interim orders. We are all concerned about the last rites of the dead body and the second postmortem, whether there should be a second postmortem or no second postmortem. That was the whole idea.
Just
If they decided to go ahead and make the final argument, Lordship, but we have to get a proper opportunity. For that,
Okay,
in our affidavit, we have already said.
just a moment, Mr. Nath, you have a copy of that notification of yours, OM, for compensation. Do you have a copy readily available?
Victims compensation, Lordship.
Yes. Normally he's equipped, that's why.
Yes.
Yes, just give me 5 minutes time.
No, not that victims compensation, the compensation to be given by state in case of death, due to accident.
Yes, that is,
Ah,
yes, that is from the revenue department.
revenue department.
Yes. We'll annex everything, Lordship, in our detailed affidavit.
No, we can just have it so that.
Yes,
we
we'll
can
give it.
understand.
No difficulty. He may not have it right now. If he has, we can right away, we can hand it over. So Lordship will give us reasonable time to file a detailed affidavit along with those whatever compensation. But what my learned friend was arguing, number one, the inquest report was considered to be a postmortem report. I'll argue.
That's okay.
When inquest report conducted by the executive magistrate, where that police officer's signature was there, that was pointed out to be a postmortem report. So I'll point out everything.
Okay. Mr. Gonzalez. For
Yes.
that, we think it would be appropriate to give the state an opportunity to file a detailed affidavit.
Naturally, Manoj, naturally. This is not adversarial.
Yeah.
My learned friend is as interested in the truth as I am. No problem at all.
And
And we'll not hide anything, like the postmortem report. They are happy. So we'll give the proper picture before the court.
Grateful, sir. Grateful.
how much time would need, Mr.
At
Sagia?
least 2 weeks time, Lordship.
Make it shorter because this is.
Ultimately, what will Lordship decide? Whether they will get compensation or not, that is number one issue. Whether there will be an inquiry by independent agency, that is second. That can be done after 6 months also. But I am not
Still-
taking. There is no hurry for that. Suppose the ongoing inquiry, which is going on by the magistrate, it is come to in their favor. They will withdraw this petition. Just like the postmortem report, they have given up the prayer for second postmortem.
No, sir. Investigation must start quickly by an independent body.
The concern is that.
No. What we are doing, Lordship, it is as per the Supreme Court's guidelines.
No,
I
quite
will
right,
argue.
quite right. We are only.
We are not
concerned-
doing anything which is not there in the law.
We are
No, we
only
are not
concerned
questioning
with
the
the
state.
time factor.
whatever
talking-
we are doing the enquiry
Mr. Segi,
plus
we're not
registering a
questioning-
separate case.
We are not,
Now he
we
is
are not
concerned about
questioning
43.
we are not questioning your intentions
But-
or
That
anyone
2
else.
weeks' time is very reasonable, Lordship. In 2 days' time, we filed this affidavit. And in 2 days' time, we got the
No,
forensic
because
report, FSL
Then
report.
perhaps they may like to file a reply, etc. So therefore we thought, since this is a
Suppose
matter,
now till 17, the body is lighting. They are not hurried with the dead body and they are hurried with the investigation.
dead bodies,
That is also a concern of the court.
I think
That even we,
if the guardians want to take away the body, I
the
think.
Lordship had given them the handle long time back. On
Ah.
24th, 6th, Lordship given that handle. If they want to take it, they can take it. But they are playing politics with the dead body, which was common in Mizoram. Ultimately, the Supreme Court had to interfere. After six months, the bodies were not taken of 64 number of persons. The Chief Justice of India passed an order that let them take it. If they do not take the dead body, 64 in numbers, last year's violence, the state was directed to give cremation with full state honor.
We'll
now
take the
there are
bodies
politics.
tomorrow, sir.
Okay.
We'll take the bodies by tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow, no? Not a problem. If your lordships can kindly direct, at least permit us to, speaking on behalf of all the parents, I'm authorized to say they're ready to take. So if they can, if your lordship can give us that permission to go and take our dead bodies.
Yes, yes, at least that.
And if they want to take it to their own state also, we'll give full security till the border.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
We'll do that.
Thank you, sir. And one last thing, sir. There's an IA for registration of the victim's FIR.
Okay.
There's that IA, my lord. That's IA number 2363 of 2024. So that they register the counter FIR.
Mr. Gonzalez,
Yes, my lord.
in connection with this interlocutory application,
Yes,
you
my
see,
lord.
if an FIR is not registered, then you have an alternative of, as per the Supreme Court guidelines. Number one, you approach the Superintendent of Police. If it is not registered, then you file a complaint.
No,
that
I
is the-
understand that, my lord.
That is the,
In fact, yes, yes.
so
In the
therefore-
Manipur case, that objection was raised, and the judges in the Manipur case said that's okay for individual cases. But when you have a situation like this of fake encounters and all that, it is imperative. This is Lalita Kumari now, my lord. What applies today is Lalita Kumari, not the old case.
we keep
Lalita
it
Kumari
open.
says immediately.
We keep that open.
In fact, that will be a
And-
separate cause of action.
We keep that open, and we permit you to take the normal course. And if you're still aggrieved, you can still approach. We will give you that liberty.
Yes, my lord, I want registration, my lord. Because they're going by private complaint and so on, my lord, is
No, it's okay, but once we do that, it becomes a precedent. Then we have to again.
no, I'll tell you, lordship, this going to the filing a complaint and so on was the law before Lalita Kumari. And that was, there was a lot of confusion at that time, but Lalita Kumari made it very clear. Once I file an FIR, a complaint, where I disclose the cognizable offense, whether right or wrong, you must register. Lalita Kumari is constitutional bench now.
That's
my lord.
true. But again, in Lalita Kumari also, the Supreme Court says that a complaint can still be filed.
No doubt. But the FIR is bound to be filed the moment it is given to the
Correct,
police.
correct.
Yes,
So, Lord,
that's what I
in
want them
respect
to do
of that
now.
IA,
No grievance.
in respect of that IA, I would like to file a objection.
No, it's
counter.
not required. It's not required. We permit them to
No,
move the.
because whether it is correct or not, I do not know. Suppose it has already been registered. Suppose.
No, but still you don't suffer. any-
No. Whatever they say cannot be Bible truth
No, Mr.
or
Saikia.
gospel truth.
No, Mr. Saikia, that's not the.
No, I have not gone through that because they have filed it just now. We have not received the.
No, no,
You
no.
get your instructions on
We
that.
will get an instruction. We may like to file a response because that is an allegation. That is an allegation
Mr.
that
Saikia,
state.
please-
We
please
also know the law. The
Please
state also
understand.
know the
No,
law.
we are not trying to say that. Please don't. You see, the reason is that we are that liberty to file a complaint is already there.
That is
Correct.
also in the procedural
So
law.
therefore, we are not passing any orders.
Absolutely.
We are.
Yes, yes.
We are
No
not
order
saying
may
that-
be passed. That is what I am submitting.
That's
Yes.
we have told you. We express our mind.
Yes.
Yes, Lord. Let my colleague take instructions
take an instruction.
Yes,
We are
yes,
not.
I'll do
asking
that.
of that.
I think they may want to
No
do
reason to not to register actually, Lordship.
May I just submit one thing on behalf, while assisting my senior? Here, we had filed it on 26/7, Lordship, this IA, and duly served the copy. IA was brought in because it was not listed, so I just mentioned for calling of this IA, but I had filed it on 26/7.
Whatever it may be, it is before the court today.
Just I want to clarify that.
Before the
And-
court
And
today.
when it was mentioned, we have come to know about that.
No, it's okay.
No, we have served the copy.
It's okay.
You have served, it may not reach us, no? Serving and receiving is two
And-
different things.
And another one thing, Lordship, this second FIR also is being sent to SP Kacha,
It's
which
okay.
I have annexed.
If that's not
Yeah,
there,
this
you
much
have the
only I
evidence
just
of it,
want.
yeah? Okay. Uh, Heard Mr. Colin Gonsalves, learned senior counsel, assisted by Ms. D. Ghosh, learned counsel for the petitioners. Heard Mr. Colin Gonsalves, senior counsel, through video conferencing, assisted by Ms. D. Ghosh, learned counsel for the petitioners. Also heard Mr. D. Saikal, an advocate general, Assam, assisted by Mr. D. Das, learned senior government advocate, appearing for respondent numbers 1 to 6. Next, madam. Next, madam. The in course of his submissions, the learned senior counsel for the petitioners has submitted that he has received instructions on the postmortem report, which is annexed to the affidavit in opposition filed by the respondent numbers 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. And upon instructions, he has submitted that the family members of the petitioners would have no objection to take custody of the dead body and to perform last rites. Full stop. In this context, the learned advocate general has submitted that in the event the petitioners desire to take the dead body out of the state, the state would provide necessary assistance up to the border of the state of Assam. Next paragraph.
Till the border, Lordship.
Till the border, that's
Till
what
the
you're
border.
saying.
That may be otherwise if they want to take it by aircraft to another state, that will be difficult.
No, it's body
Till the border,
till the border.
by road, on surface.
To the next para. In view of the said submissions, insofar as the interim prayer number B, sorry, A and B. Will no longer be required to be addressed. Accordingly, the petitioners and obligor, any other family members of the deceased, three deceased persons whose dead bodies are lying in the morgue of SMCH shall be at liberty to satisfy the concerned authorities as to their identity and thereafter take the dead body into their custody for performing their the last rites. Full stop. In the event the family members of the deceased desire to take away the dead body through road, comma, the who is the concerned person who will to whom they will approach? The
Superintendent.
Civil Police Kachar.
SP Kachar or SMCH principal and chief
No,
superintendent.
they will not provide security.
Oh, security. SP Kachar.
SP Kachar.
SP because there's a
officials,
border.
They would inform the Superintendent of Police Kachar, who would do the needful to enable the petition, the family members of the deceased to take away the dead body.
One is from Manipur, the two are from Assam only.
The logistic support shall be provided either in the nearest, up to the nearest airport or to the nearest border of the state of Assam. Next para. In view of the orders aforesaid, comma, the court is of the considered opinion that the presence of respondent number 7 is no longer required in connection with this writ petition. So accordingly, the court is inclined to strike off the name of the respondent number 7 from the area of parties, the area of respondents. Full stop. Next paragraph. The learned this where I stated to show their identity before the SP, sorry, SMCH, there you just add the request, the written request to remove the dead body shall also be presented before the superintendent, comma, SMCH Silchar.
One incident happened, Lordship, after the dead body was in the morgue. Few miscreants came and they ransacked the hospital a little bit and they wanted to enter the morgue and take away the body also. But police immediately came and now there is CRPF
No,
protection of the bodies.
Why we are saying is that so that appropriate person comes and takes away
That
the
is
dead
one.
body.
And while taking away also, there should not be any unruly situation
That is-
like procession
that
and all.
is-
We'll take care. But now CRPA have to be given there.
Let me take care.
We'll
It's not
take care.
require a judicial
No,
order.
no, we are concerned that the
Body goes to the
Actual-
right person.
yes,
Go to
the
the right
actual
person.
That's
guardians will
perfect.
take up, and in the
Yes.
presence of the perhaps an official of the SMCH, perhaps the superintendent, I don't know,
Yes, superintendent,
superintendent of the hospital,
Lordship.
or is there a separate in charge of the morgue?
There is a postmortem report. Ultimate in charge is the chief superintendent comes principal SMCH.
Achha, then it is chief superintendent, cum principal, SMCH.
Lordship.
Next para. the learned advocate general has submitted that the state had filed a short affidavit in view of the situation where the dead body of 3 persons was lying in the SMCH, morgue at SMCH. And he submits that 2 weeks time be granted to the state to file a detailed affidavit in the matter. Full stop. The said prayer is considered and allowed. Then the state shall file an affidavit. It is 1 day prior to the next date of the state. Next para, list on. Mr. Gonsalves, suggested
Any
date.
appropriate, any date that your lordship says.
Maybe 28 if it is not convenient.
May I, sir?
Or 38, 30.
Yes, yes.
30th, yes, 30th, yes, because 28th, again, I'll be out of station for assisting. 30th, yes.
30.
Sir, Devasmita, let's have it on 28th, please, okay? Please.
She
30th
said
will
that
be the
she would be out of station. She's saying that she would be out of
Oh,
station.
I have matter in Tawang, so that for criminal trial, so that I need to go on 28th. So if it's on,
Your
20
senior is requesting for your presence on 28th.
Yes, hello. 27, 26, any date.
26 is a holiday. 27,
September 2nd.
Or we have it on September.
first week I will not be. Then 9th of September.
Oh, you'll be
10th
away.
of September, my lord.
9th.
9th of September.
10th will
Yes,
be
my lord.
perfect. 10th.
Yes, my lord.
10th of September.
10th of September. Grateful, my lord.
Okay. Within 2 weeks, next para, as agreed to by all sides, list on 10, 9, 10, 10,
10, 9.
so 10, 9, 2024.
Deeply obliged, Lordship.
So then, since we are giving more time, if the petitioners want to submit a rejoinder, they will do
They
so.
yes.
They will have to, because we will give a detailed affidavit now. Instead of 2 weeks, Lordship will kindly give us 3 weeks then.
Huh?
Instead of 2 weeks, Lordship has said to file the affidavit, the Lordship will kindly give us 3 weeks. Will not fail.
No, you file your affidavit quickly, then I'll file my rejoinder quickly.
No, Lordship has said just 1 day prior to the next date. That was the opinion of the court.
No, because we are giving short date.
And
That's
now
why.
we are extending. That is why. Lordship is giving now more than 4 weeks.
So file in 2 weeks and give
We'll file it by 30th, 30.
No,
They will
then-
have 10 days to reply. But we'll file it much earlier, but outer limit maybe 30th, 30.
That's fine.
Okay.
Why? The reason is very simple. The enquiry is going on. If something comes out, that enquiry report also I would like to place before this court. Nothing else.
Okay, then this date of filing of affidavit shall be 3/08/2024. Rejoinder, if any, by the respondents be filed at least 1 day prior to the next date of listing.
Please.
List on 10/9/2024.
Highly obliged.
And Mr. Saikia,
Lordship.
although we are not recording in the order, that notification of the compensation scheme of
Yes,
the government.
We'll hand it over tomorrow morning at 10:30. Yeah.
In fact, we tried to send email, it's not going because.
It's okay, there's no problem.
Two
But
notifications there, we are giving it.
no, you may give it on the next date of listing because I won't remember,
No.
even if it is
Yes.
there.
No.
So on the next date, you please be ready with
Yes,
that
yes.
Lordship.
compensation notification.
deeply obliged.
And my lord, without waiting for an order, they can straight away pay to the victim families without waiting for an order.
No, just a moment. I forgot something we forgot in the order. This interlocutory application. Interlocutory application. Same. this interlocutory application has been filed for a direction upon the respondent authorities to register the FIR lodged by the family members of the petitioners, of the deceased, the three deceased persons for for making inquiry against the police personnel allegedly responsible for the death of the three deceased persons, purportedly in while they were in judicial custody, they were in police custody. Full stop. It is submitted that this was filed where? Which police station?
This one, which we have annexed along with the writ petition lordship, it was filed before the officer in charge Lakhipur police station, page 42.
Filed before the officer in charge of Lakhipur police station. Stop. It is submitted by the senior counsel for the petitioners that, sorry, it will be applicants that the FIRs were not registered. Stop. It is submitted that the FIR was then sent to the Superintendent of Police Kachar by email. And as per his instructions, he has no information regarding registration of FIR, if any. Full stop. Next one. As the registration of an FIR is mandatory if a cognizable offense is disclosed. And if an FIR is not registered, the aggrieved has a liberty to approach the police and thereafter to file a complaint.
Sir, if you don't mind, sir.
Yes.
This point, sir, can you defer to next time? Because on this, I have arguments to make. That now I cannot be good. So just defer the hearing, sir, if you don't mind.
I'll bring instructions.
Okay, then don't say this. You say that the first part, so this interlocutory application is for so, and then say issue notice on this interlocutory application returnable on 10/9/2024.
Yes. Yes.
If any, we filed at least 1 day prior to the next date of listing. List on 10 9/2024.
Yes, sir.
Highly appraised.
Very great.
But Mr. Gonzalez, why
Yeah.
delay the matter when you can still go and file a complaint?
So I tell you, Lordship, I can understand somebody is parking in the car, we had some road rage and all that. But when you have a fake encounter, to ask the family that has lost its young boys in these things to follow up, then the burden of prosecution comes on the individual. And that should never happen, sir. That's why in the fake encounter case, we convinced Justice Lokul that, sir, it's okay. If you see, they are relying on Sakira Basu individual case of a person who died on the railway track. But in cases of riots, if that principle is used, that for riots, every riot victim has to go to court and follow up, so it's an unbearable burden. And it's wrong also, sir, because we are using Sakira Basu, which is impliedly overruled by Lalita Kumari.
Yes.
Lalita Kumari was meant to put an end to this confusion. Can I go? Can I? Assam police will stop registering FIRs.
Assam
If
police
this
has
trend
already
will-
registered a case in a different district against the same incident, which is in terms of the Supreme Court. So now the present case is
That is
40.
against us.
So we have to file a case
Anyways,
in nearby district, which has been done, and that investigation, a case is registered as 44/2024, and the investigation is going on.
Okay.
Or was for the same incident.
anyway, sir, we can wait. Because
Okay.
if an SIT is being ordered, the SIT will do the FIRs.
This
So
too
not
early-
necessary to
it
decide
is
now.
too early to say that.
Okay,
SIT,
let us see.
Yeah, okay, we'll keep it in abeyance, no problem.
deeply obliged.
Deeply obliged, sir.